Good morning, Keller Williams. Happy Wednesday. It is the 8th of December. It is so lovely to see you all. I'm so glad that many of you are having flashbacks to your high school days with some Terry and Berlin. Tony Derbyshire says, next time play some Dead or Alive. All right, I am open to all requests, so do send them in. They do have to match the theme of the day, though, so you got to work a little harder than just throwing out names. Thank you, Carl Schmidt. All right, so this morning it's Wednesday, which means it's GRA day, which means I think we have Jose. There he is. Good morning, Jose. How are you today?
Good morning, Rick. Happy Wednesday and wonderful music. Good morning, everybody. I am Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. I will try to make this conversation brief. Today, I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about Guaranteed Rate Affinity. Who are we? Guaranteed Rate Affinity is a division of Guaranteed Rate Inc. We are nationwide, and Guaranteed Rate Affinity has over 1,500 loan officers across the country. We are a lending mortgage company. And like I said, we're part of a larger corporation, which is called Guaranteed Rate Inc. They are nationwide and they're huge, over 10,000 employees. And we leverage all of their technologies. So what do we provide? We provide residential lending programs, both conforming and government insured. We provide state bond programs, jumbo loans, non-QM or non-qualified mortgages, which are mortgages that do not meet the protections required by the Dodd-Frank Act. And we also do commercial lending. In addition to that, and I hope you find this interesting, we have partnered with a company to provide language services. As you know, I speak Spanish, and I am certified to speak with Spanish-speaking customers about lending products, interest rates, and programs in Spanish. And I also can provide Spanish translated marketing materials because I'm certified in Spanish. But we also provide for customers, and also for myself, really, I can interact with other customers who do not speak Spanish, and we can provide for them interpretation and translation services. And we have partnered with a company that provide independent interpretation services for consumers during the lending process. What languages are other than Spanish are in the United States? Oh, sorry, other than English are in the United States? Well, you know, we have Spanish is of course one of the largest. We have Chinese dialects, Chinese languages, Tagalog, French, Vietnamese, German, Korean, Portuguese, and we can provide services to those customers. And I can interact with them by using our interpretation services. This is a service that is free to the customer, and we will be doing basically a three-way conversation with a consumer and speaking to them about the lending process and what is necessary, which is important for them to know of what's happening during the mortgage. In addition to that, we also provide translation services for documents. That is not free. It is a fee. The customer has to pay for that. But we use three document translation programs. So if we need to get documents translated from French to English, Spanish to English, or anything like that, we can do that as well. That is my mortgage business for today. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions about this or any other programs, please don't hesitate to contact me. I am Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. A pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Jose. That's great information and a long list of languages. I love that. I love that. I also wanted to point out to you that on Zoom, because all we see is the dark and the light, your turtleneck almost looks like a priest's collar today. So if people come to you for confessional, that's why.
And I was just told, and so I want to bless all of you, my beautiful children. May you be very successful today.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, guys, a couple of quick calendar items before we get to our main topic. 9:30 today, we do have Debbie Orr, Business Builders, in her Zoom room, so go ahead and join her there. At 1 o'clock, we have the second to last James Shaw 12 weeks of listings interviews. Today's really special because one of your friends and colleagues is going to be featured today, and that's Jessica Starr from the KW Hartford Market Center. So Jess Starr is being interviewed as one of the two agents with James Shaw today regarding taking listings. So do tune in at 1 o'clock. I will broadcast that right here on this Zoom channel for all of you. That's a 30-minute session with James and Jessica, and we'll roll right from there into our 1:30, which is a kind of a refresher course. You've been hearing a whole lot in the last couple of days about our insurance opportunity and becoming partners in that joint venture and utilizing that insurance opportunity. So if you want to know more information about that, we do now have 12 partners in that JV, which is really exciting, and more to come. So if you want to be one of those and learn how to do that and what that all looks like, just be here at 1 o'clock, at 1:30. You can just stay in the Zoom room after James is done, or tune in at 1:30 if you can't make James. And we'll give you just the information, probably a 30-minute conversation around what that looks like, what the opportunity is, how you use it. Sue Ringer will be there to answer any questions from the insurance company side, but we wanted to give you another opportunity now that we've launched those partnerships with a number of you, so that others of you can jump on that bandwagon if you so choose. So that's 1:30 today. Tomorrow, something I just added to the calendar, and I want to make sure you all know about it. Monday, at your request at 1 o'clock in this Zoom room, we will have an events mastermind. So if you're interested in figuring out what kind of events or the frequency of events or the structure of events, ask questions around who's done what and get some feedback on things that you're thinking of doing for 2022 as you set up your year and certainly your first quarter, we will be in this Zoom room brainstorming through pros, cons, and interesting, unique ideas for events for clients and building business in 2022. That's Monday at 1 o'clock. All righty. So quickly, before we start our conversation today, I just wanted to ask a question. How many of you were on with Rachel Adams Lee yesterday? Anybody have some good ahas that they wanted to throw out from Rachel Adams Lee yesterday? Her social media masterclass? Yes, Nikki.
She did an amazing job explaining how to get referrals from Facebook. A lot of people probably agree with the likes. We ignore the likes, but reaching out to people who like your pictures instead of those who just commented was mind-blowing.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. John.
My two main takeaways from the Rachel Adams Lee class was one, tell a story with your posts, because it increases the engagement a whole bunch. And then two, like pick 5 passions that you like, and then just like cycle through the passions. So like you've like real estate is one of them, obviously, and then post something about real estate, then the next day hair, the next day, let's say dancing, the next day working out and something like that. And kind of follows the 80-20 rule, where 80% is like your personality, who are you, and 20% is the real estate stuff.
I love that. That's an awesome aha. And it's so funny because I'm looking at you and I think that you're going to be, it's like morning chat with John Mendez, WMDZ. Tune in. Right? Doesn't he look like a DJ with all of his equipment and whatnot and the backwards hat? Anna, bring us home.
My takeaway was post your social media first thing in the morning, because you have the most exposure, and when people wake up, they can see, and they can see more than if you post during the day. And I actually did that before, but I didn't know that it's kind of like it's a core for social media, and I love it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Great ahas. Thank you to the 3 of you for sharing those. Here's what I got last night late. I got the recording link sent to me. So for those of you who missed that, after I finish with you guys on this call this morning, I will pass you the link so that those of you who were able to tune in can go and rewatch if you want, or if you weren't able to check that out, you can grab it on the recording. So great stuff.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Hey, Rick. Can I just jump in real quick? Also, just want to mention that an email is going to go out today, guys, with an Eventbrite to the holiday party in January 13th. We need RSVPs, guys. So please be looking for that email. It's going to go out today, and let us know that you're coming and that you're bringing your spouse or your significant other. Looking forward to seeing you all there.
That's awesome. Thanks for that reminder. All right. So before we finish up today, I wanted to just throw out a quick idea um, titled No More I Have Tos, right? I wanted to kind of offer you a strategy to feel more in control of the world around you. Anybody ever feel like the world around you is in control of you, right? And so I wanted to give you at least a strategy to work with that, right? Would you agree that there is a difference between people who wake up and happen to their world versus people who wake up and have the world happen to them? Right? Do you agree that they feel different? They experience life differently. Their results are different, right? There's a big difference between those two paths. And so this morning, I want to give you just a simple strategy that I've been using for a number of years that really, really changed my world. And it's one that is so simple, it almost seems like, why are we talking about it, right? And the simple strategy is no longer saying the phrase, I have to. See, I wasn't kidding when I titled this No More I Have Tos. It's as simple as that. What if you chose not to say, I have to anymore? Because when you think about it, do you really have to? You're all adults. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, right? Do you have to get out of bed? No, you don't. Do you have to return the phone call of that client? No, you don't. Do you have to eat right? Do you have to exercise? You don't have to do anything. So it's not even a relevant phrase when you think about it. And it's a phrase that we've all worked into our vocabulary that then feeds our brains differently than we actually want to feed our brains, right? I have to pick my kids up at school. I have to meet an appraiser. I have to lead generate. I have to lose weight or get in shape. You don't. So instead, I want you to recognize that all those things are choices that you make. So let's use language that's appropriate in those circumstances for the choices that you make. Pivot away from the phrase, I have to, and instead use, I choose to, or it is my intention to, or I have the opportunity to, or I have the good fortune to, or simplify it even more and just simply say I am or I will, instead of I have to. I have to is verbal deflection of you taking responsibility for you. Right? Did you hear that? It's verbal deflection of you taking responsibility for you. So just take responsibility for you, right? Look at the difference there. Oh, I have to get that done versus, I choose to get that done. You get to decide how you spend your time and no one else. Your life becomes a series of decisions that you make, not that are thrust upon you. And the power in that is that your results then become yours and yours alone, good or less good. Remember, you get to take 100% credit for the things that show up or don't in your life, and you get to take 100% responsibility for the things that show up or don't in your life. So the one strategy to ensure that you are in control of those results is to speak to yourself with clarity of choice. So, no more I have tos. That's a phrase for victims and non-achievers. Be deliberate. Replace I have to with I choose to, or one of the other alternatives I just mentioned, and watch how it changes your entire perspective and then your results. Remember, it's the small thing that matter, the small things that matter most. So no more I have tos. I choose to wish you a brilliant day today, and I choose to end this call on time. Guys, have a spectacular day. We'll see you later and or tomorrow at 9 o'clock. See ya. Bye.
Many blessings to all of you, my wonderful realtors.